The purpose of this video is to help you understand how valuable community is to your happiness. Welcome to a Sunday chat. When I was a kid, we used to go to church every Sunday, and I became an altar boy, mainly because I was bored at church, and I was like, that looks like fun. I can carry candles, I can get some incense stuff, I can hand the priest some communions, I can be up on the stage while the priest is going through his stuff, I can wear this little red robe with a little white blouse on top of it. Yeah, and even though my mother was super religious and I didn't like that, the priest at our church was a super chill guy, and he wasn't a pushy religious priest guy. He was just kind of there hanging out and was just a really nice guy. But I was still bored at church. But then once my parents got divorced, then we never went to church ever again. And looking back, I really see the value of church. But it's not necessarily the church part. What it was is the community around the church that was valuable for me as a kid, because you just got to know a lot of people. They were trying to be good. After church was done, we would go to people's friends, my parents' houses, and have like breakfast and like a Sunday brunch kind of thing. And there'd be a whole bunch of kids, and we'd play and goof around and eat food, and the parents would talk and do all that other stuff like that. And sort of almost every other week, it would be at someone else's house, and we got to know the parents in our community, we got to know the kids in our community. And so when things went wrong, or when we were in trouble, or when we did bad things, which we did a lot in our town, I knew all the parents. I knew a lot of them that went to our church, and they were all good people, and they all were very helpful to me and to us as kids. So there was a really good community that helped out because when we were low on money, because we were pretty poor, the church would give us money as opposed to us giving money to the church. And so when I look back and I look at where we are today as a society, and the way that we denigrate, the way we ridicule Christianity or church or any kind of religious organization, sometimes for good reason, but because we've moved away from this sort of regular community kind of church-going thing as a society, it's kind of ruined us. And there's been a breakdown of community, a breakdown of local relationships, and that's why we have alienation, and stress, and anxiety, and depression, and lack of connection, and all of these things, because we really just don't have proper communities anymore. And am I saying like go back to the church thing and worship a god and do that sort of thing? No. But what I really see is that for our mental health, we are lacking community, and it's destroying our society. And so for me as an individual, because I'm not in charge of society, I can't change all of society, and nor would I want to spend all of my time doing that. What I value is my own personal time and creating my own community for myself, for my mental health. And then what happens, there's lots of flies around today. What happens is I create the community around me, and then my community, all these people benefit from me creating a community for myself that involves other people that have the same sort of values and then want to create that community. And I've sort of done that here, and I have a really good community of people here, and it's growing. And and I really enjoy it. And we have each other's backs. I can go to people for help. I can go to people for advice. They come to me for advice, and it really is. It gives you a good sense of connection, and you know that there are people around that can support you if you need it. You can talk to, you can hang out for fun and entertainment. You don't have to be on your phone or on your computer. You just go to someone's house and hang out with them, make a meal, enjoy their company, and really get that sort of connection and value that makes you feel good in life. And it's a big part of what makes us feel good in life. And so what I've learned in the course of the last 20 to 30 years is that community is actually a very, very important intrinsic value that contributes to our happiness as humans on the planet. And that the lack of that community contributes to our misery. So it's like, it's really, really good on one side, and then if you don't have it, it's really, really bad for you. And so knowing that, for me, it's a matter of how do I create that community around me so that I can get that happiness, that intrinsic value in my life. And that's a question you probably want to ask yourself as well. And the really great thing about our society today is that we have the internet, and I have online groups and online communities that I'm a part of as well. And those online communities that we can find on the internet, those people that I share very, very similar values to, they help me. I get resources from them. I get ways to make my life better. And then I can bring that to the people that are around me physically. And so if you can't find a community that is physically around you, that share your same values, that can support you, that you can be honest, that you can be accountable, that you can feel good about yourself, and that you don't have to put on some sort of mask to be around these people, then you want to find that. And if you can't find that locally, then the great option is that you can go online and find that, so that that can then help you bring that into your own life. And that's what I do, and that's how I learn to bring that community to my personal life from the lessons and the learning that I get from my online community. So if there's any takeaway from this, at the simplest level, it's how do we go out and find a community of like-minded people who share our similar values, your similar values, and that are supportive and helpful and encourage honesty. You've got to have honesty. Otherwise, you're not going to feel safe. You're not going to feel secure. You're not going to share. They're not going to share. You're not going to feel connected. Accountability, so that if there are things that are going on in your life that are a problem, that someone's there to say, hey, maybe this will help you. Maybe if you try this will help you. Maybe if you change the way you're doing this, you can resolve that problem. And so you're looking for a community that can hold you accountable. Also, respect. You want a community and the members of that community to respect you as you are, as a person, as whatever it is you bring that isn't harmful to others, obviously, because if you're harming others in the community, if you're doing something that's harmful to them, respecting others in the community as long as they're not harming you, and having them respect you and not interfering with your life in a harmful way. That's key, because that's how you get abuse, and that's how leaders in certain communities can abuse members, and you can get a community that goes off the rails because you have someone in there that is not respecting the boundaries of others and that is actually harming them. And you want to make sure that that's the case in any community you join. So those are some key elements to look for in a community. And you can find that community online or you can find it locally. And either one is going to help you, get away from being alienated, get away from being feeling alone, feeling stressed out, feeling like you have no power in the world to change anything. Once you have a community and a group that you can go to, there is, and it supports you as well, there is a sense of power that comes from that because it's power in numbers. And you can go to that community in times of trouble where there might be someone else outside interfering with you, and you have the support of those people to help you. Otherwise, who do you have the support of? I mean, you can go to the police, but there's a lot of cases where they can't do anything. A community is going to be able to have your back and help you feel secure and safe. And the fear of being secure or being safe is a huge one in our society that makes us feel anxious and that makes us feel afraid and that makes us do things that are potentially harmful or close ourselves off to people, and so that we don't get the best in life. And so if you have that safety net, that people net, those people that have your back or that give you support, then you're going to have a group that you can come to in times of trouble. And really, that's what I felt when I was younger in the sort of church community that I had. What I didn't like was the sort of the telling you what to do and what to think. And essentially you want a community that allows you to think for yourself and that helps you make decisions for yourself and think for yourself, where you can determine what's best for you and your happiness with the help of others, guiding you in a certain sense, but only guiding you to what's best for you. And that's really what I hope we can develop in the future, is a strong community that not only has good intentions for you and everyone in it, but those intentions are realized in the actions of the people within that community. And that's what I found with a lot of religious groups, is that they may preach certain ways to operate, but then their actions do not follow the words that they're saying. And that's the disconnect. And that's where accountability and honesty in a community are of utmost importance. So when you're looking for a community to be part of, you want to make sure that there is accountability and there is honesty, so that you know that you'll be safe, you'll be supported, your boundaries will be respected, and you won't be manipulated or brainwashed. And so, because what's happening to us today is a lot of what we get in the media is brainwashing us and is unhealthy information for us to live a healthy life. And that's where a community can help you cut through that unhealthy information, disinformation, misinformation, propaganda, manipulation, media brainwashing, all of the things that are harmful to you as a person. So I hope that helps, and I'll see you next week at the next Sunday chat.